Hello, welcome back to Charlie Does a Course. Last week, I explained why I'm recording this series of videos. I'm doing a level 7 postgraduate qualification in conjunction with a professional body. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to talk you through how I'm using AI and not using AI. So, before I get into some details, just a couple of questions I had after the first video. The first one was, why am I so secretive about what the course actually is? Well, this is very straightforward, which is I'm not trying to create a how-to guide to allow people to cheat on their courses. And if I'm brutally honest, the course I'm taking is full of holes that you could exploit via AI. So I'm documenting these in details and I'll send this to the professional body that I'm undertaking the course with. They then can either act on what I write to them with, or they can decide I'm a crank and throw it in the bin. It's up to them. The second thing was someone said to me, but you're an experienced professional and you use AI and investigate AI. And that is totally true. I'm not trying to replicate the experience of a novice undergraduate student. In higher education and also in vocational settings, there are lots of experienced professionals undertaking courses all of the time. So my experience is meant to replicate that of an experienced professional, because in higher education alone, there are lots of very well qualified people who may also be technically able who are undertaking courses. And we sort of need to understand their experience when doing courses. And that's what I'm trying to replicate here. So, what's happened? I got registered on my course, hurrah, and I'm undertaking my first module. My first module is an 8-week module. I've got to submit in 8 weeks, and I've got to undertake a 4,000-word written assessment. So, what have I done? I was enrolled on Friday, so this is what I did last Saturday. First of all, I created 3 different bots, and the 3 different bots are there to help me through the module and the overall course, because obviously I'll be doing more modules. The first bot I've created is Content Bot, and Content Bot collects together all of the different documents that the course has assigned me. They're all in PDF format as reading and supporting materials. So, usefully, my course uses Moodle. One click downloads all of the content, and I've created Content Bot. Content Bot is there to help me understand the course material and to have conversations with me about the course material. So that's Content Bot. I should note as well, I'm not sure that the material they've uploaded actually complies with copyright, but I'm just a student in this, remember. Secondly, I've designed Assessment Bot. Now, Assessment Bot is designed to help me undertake the assessment. So I've uploaded the specification for the assessment and all of the really actually quite complicated and pernickety um, uh, technical requirements about how I format my assessment. And I'm going to use Assessment Bot to help me understand, am I meeting the learning outcomes of the assessment? Because as a professional qualification, it's not simply about clever prose. I've got to demonstrate that I meet the competencies of the professional body. And I've got to indicate this in the text. So Assessment Bot is going to help me do that. Interestingly, something I had not considered, after I'd set up Assessment Bot, the tutor got in touch with me and said, here's some really useful guidance about how to format your assessment. I haven't done this because I think it's a scummy thing to do and unethical, but it occurs to me as a student, I might take the emails that my tutor sends to me and build them into my bot. And it also occurred to me that if you get transcripts of lectures, you get course notes, you get other material, I would imagine that some students are already building virtual versions of their tutors using those transcripts and the course material and email correspondence. That opens up a whole can of worms if students are doing that. I have not done this. I've just put in the course material. But I can imagine people building tutor bots based on their tutors, and they probably already have. The final thing that I've done is I've built a regs bot. So the regs bot, and I think this is sort of funny, is built on the institution's guidance on malpractice. It's built on the professional bodies guidance on malpractice, and it's also built on any other guidance that I've got from module handbooks about malpractice and regulations. And RegSpot is designed to help me understand, um, is my use of AI tools in line with the regulations that the institution provides? Something I'm going to get into in upcoming weeks is, as you'll see, I don't just use one AI tool. All of the bots that I've mentioned, I've built using Chat GPT-4. And you might wonder why I haven't built a single bot. And there's been some changes to ChatGPT that I will get into when I go into more detail about the bots, about why I haven't done that. But helpfully, my tutor wrote to me and said, Grammarly, I understand, is really good. Maybe make use of it. And I do make use of Grammarly. But I think a blind spot in academia and clearly also in the professional associations, I don't think a lot of people understand how powerful Grammarly is, or the fact that you can program Grammarly with a writing style, and you can use it to completely rewrite content. My professional body for this qualification expects me to use certain action verbs. So I'm programming Grammarly to do that. So even though the content that I'm going to write will be entirely organically mine, they've told me that Grammarly's fine to use. So I'm going to use Grammarly. So that's an overview of what I've been up to. All of that activity, the creation of the bots, took me about 50 minutes last week. And then I went to the pub to watch the rugby, just like a proper student. Next week, I'm going to get into more detail about one of the bots that I've created. I'm going to get into detail about assessment bot. I hope that helps.